Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorp International. Well, I have been busy, but only in one area. But that's a lot of work I've done. I've got 4 English trains running on the top level, 2 66s, a 59 and a class 60, and then I've got 2 Japanese trains running on the lower level, passenger trains. All up top is goods, all on the bottom are passengers. So what have I been up to? Well, I have done a lot of work on the rock face round Reflection Cove. From there to there is complete. It is fully joined up all the way around now, and it is complete from there, except for just that little bit. I couldn't put those small bits on until those lower ones had set. And I have some rocks left. There isn't enough to do across there, but there's too many small ones. I've got to do a bit of both. But continuing round, it's all now got little bits of growth on and stuff all the way around. Excuse the rubbish on it. All the way around, as you've seen before. And the other thing I've done is put static grass and bushes on this bank, so it connects from there. This piece here comes out like that piece here, so that slides out, and I've connected it up to that bit over there, which was about here was the join. So I haven't put trees on because I need to do the work at the back, but I thought I can get the growth on and get some nice height on the grass. As you can see how high it is, and that was the same level as this stuff. It's just I've multi-layered it so I can work behind and it won't disturb that. But what it does do for me, when I sit here, I've got this full scene nearly finished. Like I say, I've got trees to put on, and then there's the work on the top bit. Well, it's getting there. I'm very pleased with how it's looking. There's a couple of trains up there, and you can see 2 have just gone past down on the lower level. Haven't done any more work on the lower level. I wanted to get back up here and do some work, and I want to start ballasting along the back there and get a station platforming. But it's just nice having the trains running round and having a bit of grass and seeing it done. I might do over there with a bit of static grass as well. There's a train coming. Another time on the back line. The inside line. Let's have a see, and you can see what I see from when I sat here at the control panel. I can see these running round. I just love this look I've got from here when I get the back scene sorted. I'm having a bit of bother with the back scene at the back here. It's getting it waterproof. That's the problem I'm having at the moment. So I'm just working with the company. And there's another Japanese train going the other way. So I get quite a good view from here of two different levels, and some with Scenic on. Oh dear, you get trains running for ages and then one has to come off. They've been running for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then that front wagon coach decided to come off. I know where it is. It's the transition over there, virtually near those those wires, and it goes from Kato down to Code 55, and there's the Code 55 just not long enough to give it a nice gradual drop, and every now and then it decides it can't go down that sudden drop. But then, like I say, here it comes, and it'll probably go down it this time. Yep. Amazing. I just love this model railway, for how things sometimes work and don't work. Maritime going past. But I've got a nice view, and every now and then I can see a train there, and I can see the train just going in or out of the station area. If I want to just look across and see across there, that's about what I see is that. You should see some Japanese trains go past. Under the trestle bridge. Another one's coming from the left. Come on, where are you? Oh no, they're coming from the right, I do apologise. I think that what's first. There is one coming again from the left. Oh, there it is. And then there'll be one there. I do like that. I do like that. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with the bright light from outside casting a shadow. That's just one of those things. But when I look across here, I've got a bit more green and more rocks on, which is looking a lot better. I got just a matter of interest, you may have seen this stuff, what I'm doing as I'm drying it out, because what this is, it's actually coloured real live moss, and it's just a bit damp when it comes, but I got all of that, and I've used some for about, I think it was just under £20, and they do it in different colours. They do all the colours that, as near as damn it, as Woodland Scenics, and it's just a bit too damp, or this one was. Yeah, when I opened this, it was still a bit wet, so I put it on here to dry out, and when I put the dehumidifier on to keep it down, I mean it is running at 60, I like it down to about 55, so I may put it on. That also helps dry it out, but it was it's good to have something different, and like I say, it's cheaper, but I'd like to think they all wouldn't be wet. The one thing I do use are these glass containers, and you get a dessert called goo in them, and they're very nice, but these containers are really good, and you can get these covers for many different things and different sizes, and they stretch on, and it means that nothing can fall out of them. And I even use them for my pigment paint for doing my rocks. As you can see, that is still got liquid. The only thing what does happen with the pigment, in the water it settles to the bottom and the liquid stays on top, but you can just mix it up again and it just reactivates it. It saves me throwing a little bit away each time, cleaning. I can just keep it going in one container and just add a bit more for when I do the rocks or any other things, but they're very good containers. But I hope you like what I've been up to. I'll just come and sit down so we can see both levels. There's the train going off there, that going. But if you can, hit the like please, and leave a comment and subscribe. It's great to have you along on this interesting journey, and thanks very much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Bye.